Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Friday, October 14th. I'm your host, Scott Labrie, and joined alongside me, we have Uncle Teabag, Tyler Sunt.
Hello.
And his lordship, Eric Deshane.
Hello. Hey. I don't care. You can call me all day again.
You know,
doesn't matter.
you paid the money.
I paid the money for the title. I own the land.
You're forcing me to call you. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't care.
It's a podcast on a Friday. Hopefully you're having a great Friday if you're listening to this, or if you're listening on the weekend, hopefully you're having a great weekend.
Yes.
And if you're listening 20 years from now, leave a comment. What's the world like?
How was World War III?
Is there even a world? Might not be pretty soon.
Right? The way shit's going,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spooky stuff across the sea. Anyways, we're not going to talk about that. That's too depressing.
Yes.
What are we going to talk about? It's hard to believe that we're halfway through October already. It's
disgusting.
Yeah. But
and the fact that it's like it really hit me when it got cold a few days ago.
Yeah, it was
like,
cold.
oh,
It was cold out, like
super
windy
cold.
too, and
the wind. I'm like, oh my god, spooky season's upon us, which means that cold season.
And then today was warm. It was nice out.
Yeah,
today.
it was
Actually.
gorgeous. Yeah,
It was.
Saturday
But
was supposed to be cold. Again.
I think it would have been Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Tuesday night. I go to bed. I left the window open, and it got cold that night. Right, so I woke up at 4 a.m, just frigid, frozen my ass off. Close the window, put a shirt on, more blankets, and go back to bed. Right. I must have curled up in a certain way because my arm was stiff and sore this whole time. I must have grabbed my blankets and freaking wrapped myself so I wouldn't freeze because my ears was sore. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, it must have been the way I slept, I guess, or something because I was
Because you masturbate too much.
Yeah, sure, but that was a joke and work all day. It's like, well, quit fucking jerking. I'm like,
Jerking it.
Cranking
wasn't that?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cold. Furnace has been running every night now, so it's like no. But can't wait for those gas bills to come in.
Yeah,
3 times more than usual.
Hooray! I know the feeling now. Yay!
Yeah. You've got a fucking house, gas, power.
Yeah,
water.
Today I was signing the papers with the lawyer, so today I finally started to feel like, oh shit, this is actually starting to feel real. Before I was like, oh, how's it feel? I'm like, nothing doesn't feel in yet, and nothing doesn't feel concrete. Today was the first time signing lots of documents and getting figured. I'm like, oh shit, now it's finally starting to hit me as it's set in. Oh shit.
Before you just had somebody's word that you have a house.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I have this done, that done. Cool. Now it's I'm signing this shit away and going through with the lawyer. I'm like, oh fuck, now it's it's hit me now. Shit.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. So just by this time next week, everything should be mine.
Nice.
That is exciting.
That is very exciting. Then it'll be party time.
Oh god, it'd be work first, then party.
Just trash the place.
It's already not already trashed, but
it's already trashed.
It needs repair first. So might as well do it before we have to paint everything over again. So
that's right. Fuck it. Let's do it. No.
Eric bought a cracked in. No. I'm just
yeah.
Right.
Super cheap.
Wow, there's still half a spoon here.
Look at all these needles left behind.
Yeah.
Someone must be really sick.
I can use these for my Warhammer paints. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like tripping balls when you're playing. Oh.
Just passing out.
Yeah.
Fucking spiders.
Yeah.
We were talking about Warhammer before the show started, Eric. You missed it.
Yeah, you missed the whole. He was shitting all over it the whole time.
Surprise!
I wasn't shitting on it. I was just saying.
Surprise!
I was just saying. I was shitting on it because apparently, Tyler's also mutually shitting on it because apparently they put out an overpowered army and then banned it as soon as they put it down.
Yeah,
no, they
didn't ban it. They just wouldn't allow it in tournaments.
Yeah, they died on the back. Or
which is fucking
that's banning
stupid.
Yeah.
It's Leagues of Votan are the best.
They're gonna be so good, and then
and they're just annihilating everybody. So everybody's like, "Well, I want to buy the army for however many hundreds of dollars," And then they're like, okay, and then like a couple weeks later, all right, and then they bring all the points values down and change all their rules and data stuff, and now everybody's wanting to sell them. It's like, oh god,
they bought them just to win. But
what?
Every game does that though. They release a new meta, a new system, and it doesn't matter what it is. Any game and anything like that, it's gonna be like not properly balanced at first. That's gonna be like the new thing. It's always like that in every game, right? So
yeah.
To me, they caught this early, so it wasn't like Voltan was winning for a year straight at tournaments. It was like, no, we caught this before it got out of hand, and if you don't like it, well, that's too bad, because obviously something was wrong with this design. So we're fixing it, which to me was like, that's perfect. That's awesome on their end, I think.
Well, and it's kind of funny too how they do it. So it's like they release a new codex, like a new book. And with all these new rules and new updates, and so like, oh, they're a little bit more stronger, and it's like, okay, we need to sell more Necrons, so let's do a new codex, let's do a balance where they're a little bit more strong, so people will buy more Necrons, right? So it's like, you fuckers. But
I mean, that's marketing. That's marketing. That's how they're trying to, revamp this and do this with it. Like I know with like I'm glad my tank I bought for my guys. It's like that was like one of the worst things you could have bought at first, but now it's actually balanced where it's actually playable. Before it was almost twice the amount of points, and this wasn't worth to have it. But now it's finally. So it's those kind of things I like. I just wish they were more, not so much open to it, but just like better at like having to have the rules through them, everything through them. They're very Games Workshop is very much like you can't have like Battlescribe or any third party or anything else. Is like, nope, we're only with us only.
But doesn't that worry you that like you sink money into this, and effectively they could just change the rules and make your stuff like worthless?
Oh, absolutely. But how is that any different than like those like a Yu-Gi-Oh card game online?
Those are printed on the cards. They can't.
No, I mean like anything with a rule set, like any sort of rules, like any game they can do that if they want to. Doesn't matter what game it is.
But I mean, like you could be like. I could just be like, Pot of Greed is banned in Yu-Gi-Oh, but we could just whatever, fucking, I'm gonna play Pot of Greed.
Yeah, we can play it. Oh yeah, exactly. But that's on us.
But if you don't have the old codex, then you're fucked.
No, you can still play. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's all because there's nothing. There's no cards, right? There's nothing that says it's all in this book.
Well, because like whereas like even on my book here right now, I have like one of the original Space Marines books. Like half the rules in there are already outdated. That book is done, but according to them, that's you still have to have that for the Games Workshop, even though all the rules and a lot of the stats aren't the same anymore. So, like to me, it's like, well, then why are you bothering with all these printouts and specifics? Just make it free for everybody. Why do we have to pay for that shit? That's what bugs me the most.
It's wild. That's
if you're going to be changing the rules and we're going to be changing these stats and stuff like that, why am I paying for it? Just put it all online where anybody and everybody can see it and have access to it. That way we can just play. We all can play the game without having to worry about keeping up on the rules.
Yeah,
which is the biggest pain in the ass. Because like what book is this?
It definitely is a pain in the ass.
Like, and this is my Chaos book, and I guarantee you, in probably a year's time, most of the rules in this book will probably be changed and outmoded again because
for sure
I do it.
Like is Armor of Contempt even written in that book?
Yeah, it is. That just came out brand new when this came out, but it's not in my
because not in your Space Marine one.
Nope.
Or in Carly's Sororitas one, because they all have that now. It's like, they're not doing very good. We're going to give them this new rule called Armor of Contempt.
Then why am I paying for it? Just give it all free for everybody.
Right. And the funny thing is, Games Workshop released their own app, but they don't even update it nearly as much as they do with Battlescribe. And you can't look and see what fucking rules the army has unless you buy the Codex, which has the key on the fucking back or inside of the cover that you have to put into the app so that you can actually look at the data sheets for that army, which will be outdated because they haven't fucking like done it yet, which is very frustrating.
I'm hoping down the line they're going to be more open that way because my God, this is so not user friendly at all. It's just gross, and it's very very scummy. I find it very scummy, but that's just the way they market. That's the way they are.
They're very slowly.
They've always been. Yeah.
They're slowly getting more open. Like look at all the content creators. Yeah, like how they were like, oh fuck you can't talk about Warhammer and blah blah blah, and shut them down. And now they're like inviting them to their studio, giving them first release of stuff, review this, review that, and whatever, and trying to buy them out.
Say these dwarves are really really strong.
And they were like, oh fuck we will support these. They're good because we'll win. But now it's like, well, they're all right now.
Like that channel that I watch, the Battle Reports, Tack plays as Mechanicum, and he fucking obliterates every time he plays with them. But JT never played this army before, and didn't know all the rules, played against him, and fucking annihilated him in his Admech army. So it's like, obviously there's something wrong here.
Something here, yeah. Where it's, but that's just any game, any meta in any game where it's like, someone will find that advantage, they'll take it to the top and win with that. Yeah. So because I remember like watching like Yu-Gi-Oh or learning about Yu-Gi-Oh meta. Like there was a time where the top like 6 decks in the tournament, they were all the exact same decks because that was the powerful meta. And if you got your cards, you got your luck right off the hop, then you would win. To the point where it was like, why even bother competing? Because the meta right now is this specific thing. If you don't have that, don't even bother. It's like, well, then why would I want to play?
Yeah.
And that's how it is too with Voltron. But now I'm glad that nope, we did out the back before it got too hard. Because who would want to play against a team that you know you're going to lose against? So,
As I said, when Tyler was saying that they're so strong, I was like, who's running Games Workshop? Is it Konami now? Because like fucking Konami just fucking let Yu-Gi-Oh go. They're like, I don't know, just fucking introduce new game elements, and who cares if it balances with the old stuff? So it's like,
watching like how it is now, and then being there from day one and how playing Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like, what the fuck is this game now?
And it's shitty because like, you know, like everybody's kind of at that right age where like, you know, I know a lot of people. It's like I'd like to like maybe kind of get into Yu-Gi-Oh again and just like play the old cards and stuff like that. Yeah. Like Pokemon, I mean, trading card game isn't that great, but like it's still the same game basically as it was before, just with a bunch of different Pokemon. So if you wanted to run just Pikachu's and fucking Charizards, you can. But like you can't fucking run Dark Magician unless you have like all these crazy other Dark Magicians summoned on turn 2 and summon all this other shit, like kind of thing.
Why would you run a normal plain white yellow monster card in a deck nowadays? Exactly. That's stupid as fuck. A Blue Eyes? Fucking stupid.
If there isn't a page of text on that card, it's garbage.
Yep. That's like one font. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or you need to look with your glasses like, I can't fucking read this shit right now. What the hell?
Yeah. I went on Magic the Gathering recently, like just the app, and all of my old decks were saved from when we were playing, and now it says, this isn't being played now. This is illegal. This is illegal. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I just deleted it. I'm like, I'm done.
That's their meta. It's that the cards are still like still good cards. Like if you have
but they just don't fit with
they change the format. So certain cards for certain seasons are allowed to play. So
right.
That I like that rule a lot too, because that way you can still keep the card if you had the card, and it'll get rotated.
But nothing's changed on it.
Nothing's changed. It's still the good. Same card. It's just not being used right now. That's all. So
right.
To me, like that's actually a smart meta when it comes to collecting, because that way it still incentivizes you to keep those cards. Whereas like if like other old cards, like why would I want to keep unless it's super rare, but like I don't want to play these old cards aren't being used, they're just collecting dust. So
yeah, I've had an epiphany on trading cards, and I like literally had this I think a week ago. Where unless like you're collecting like say Pokemon cards, and you're just buying them to collect them. Like, why the fuck am I buying the cards? Like, because Magic the Gathering, you go to their website, you click on a fucking whatever expansion they are, and they'll have the whole card list and like of the pictures of the cards, or you can go find a different website where they have like high res scans of all the cards. Just fucking print them out on cardstock, and if you're just playing with your friends, then who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
Just be like, just build the dream deck of yours, and like, okay, now I want to play Slivers, or next time I want to play Kithkins or Merfolk or something. Like, I don't have to sink hundreds of dollars into these cards, or like the video game version of like pulling like random packs. It's just like, who cares if I'm not like collecting them? It's like, yeah, you can't use those in a tournament, obviously, but I would never go into a tournament for Magic the Gathering anyway. So it's like,
right.
Yeah,
that's like Warhammer. Get a 3D printer. Get a 3D printer.
3D printer.
But even that's like super expensive.
I mean, but it's still half the price of buying the models.
Yeah, but yeah. If you're doing that, then yeah.
For sure. If you do, like, I like the hobby of it. I do enjoy the painting of it. I do like the building. And
like the sculpts are so much nicer than 3D printing.
I mean, like Warhammer, literally, you could just put like a fucking JPEG on a cardboard disc.
Yeah, really. Anything. Yeah. It could just be a little token. It's that. It doesn't look like it. Who cares? It's just that in the game.
Your $600 army lost to my cardboard army.
Custom painted. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I went into Photoshop and changed the colors on the JPEG.
Yeah. Get those little toy green soldiers. Same amount of plastic.
Same thing. Yeah.
Price of plastic.
Yeah.
Fucking put them on there.
Yeah.
There's your Militarum right there. Yeah. Army man.
So, yeah.
That's right.
I'm never buying them trading cards again unless I'm collecting them like Pokemon cards. I'm done.
Yeah.
You won't trick me no more, government.
Government. Fuck you, Trudeau. Bastard.
You guys watch that wrestling video I shared with you guys on the group chat?
The video game with the
rapper
limo?
and that other
The rapper guy, yeah.
I didn't see that
this
one.
is stupid.
Oh,
The
you're
first
so
one that
funny.
popped up was there's a video game of Triple H and I want to say Stone Cold. He throws Stone Cold in the limo.
No,
the
that
limo
was
and
John
crashes into
Cena
it
and
explodes.
JBL. Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, and it
Like, what the
fucking
fuck is this? This is so.
crashes the limo.
Oh,
Like, what the fuck?
John Cena, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Twitter account is so good because it's just like all these like, just every day they upload like a short little clip from either like a PS2 or a PS3 era WWE game where it's just like the bonker shit that's in the story modes that that stuff. And like, yeah, the clip that I shared was like John Cena throws JBL into the back of a limo. John Cena gets into a car and just drives into the limo, and then it cuts like 3 times onto the car crashing into it, and then it explodes. It's like,
yeah,
and it's like KO, ding, ding, ding. It's like that's the end of the match. Killed him.
Murder,
Yeah,
ding,
just
ding, ding.
Yeah, somebody commented, that's murder.
But no, the one I shared earlier was AEW All Elite Wrestling was in Toronto this Wednesday, and one of their most over the top acts right now is the Acclaimed. They're a tag team, and they have Billy Gunn with them. And Billy Gunn he's an old wrestler. He's back from the Attitude Era. He's with D-Generation X back then, and one of his gimmicks before was he was the ass man, Billy Gunn, and he had like he would come out and he had like shorts with little lips on the ass, and his theme song was like, "I'm an ass man."
I know that song.
He's like,
I used to play that in school all the time.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm an ass man.
I like to pick him. I like to kiss him. You know, like it's,
Yeah.
You know. So. Yeah. He joined AEW and he has 2 sons, who are the Gun Brothers or Gun Club, I think is what they call themselves. But these other guys kept making fun and they're calling them the Ass Boys because his father was with him. And then this weird storyline happened where essentially his sons beat him up, and so he started hanging out with the Acclaimed, and the Acclaimed like would be like. Their thing is to scissor, because they'd be like, the Acclaimed is here, and there's like, scissor me, and they would kind of do this kind of thing. That's like their handshake.
Oh my God.
So they kept like trying to get him to join. So he'd be like, scissor me, daddy ass, and then like, so like and the way they do it in the ring is so good because he's like, scissor me, daddy ass, and he just like comes in there like real strong. He's just like, like. And the crowd loves it. People have fucking cardboard scissors in the audience raising them up. It's the best.
Oh my God.
It's the best. And yeah, the guy that comes in, he raps during the middle of it, and he had like a pretty great Trudeau line during it too, where he says, what did he say? He's like, Swerve, we're gonna beat you up. Your face is gonna be more swollen and more black than Trudeau's or whatever, something like that. Oh. And everybody's like, oh. Pretty good.
That's awesome.
Jeez.
So yeah, scissor me, daddy ass. That's my
scissor me, daddy.
Scissor me, daddy. Oh, that's something. Something Tyler would say at like 4 drinks in.
Scissor me, daddy ass.
Like, Jake,
actually try to
scissor me.
They got it like printed on shirts too that you can buy. It's amazing.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to get something like that. Scissor me, daddy ass.
Best. Wrestling's great. Yeah.
Fuck.
We got some video games coming out soon. Got
yeah, November's right away. Frick, I guess. Yeah.
November 30th, I think.
I
is
saw
I'm
a thing for
Dark Tide, baby.
Modern Warfare, man.
Oh, another.
That's coming out on the 28th
Yep.
this month. There's another game that was out next week, the 21st, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull it up here. Let me take a look.
What do we got? Modern Warfare. God of War.
That's coming up soon. We got Mario and Rabbids next
Ooh.
week. Gotham Knights is October 21st.
November 9th is God of War.
On that. I forgot about that game.
Did you watch any playthroughs yet?
I saw a little trailer of before the gameplay starts. It looks awesome.
Yeah,
I saw
a
really cringy clip. That like nothing against the gameplay. Gameplay looked alright, but they had what the fuck was it? It was a cover of a song.
Oh.
The Kids in America or something like that, or Hit Me With Your Best Shot or something. It was like a weird pop punk cover of some song, and it was like Batgirl fighting, and I was like, you didn't need to do that.
No. Typical trailers do that all the time.
Yeah.
You notice that with Resident Evil, you made that comment. I'm like, you know what? They do that with every movie trailer. They make a distorted version of a popular song.
Because now that's the in thing to do.
Oh, totally.
Keep it fresh and keep it the same. It's like, just fucking stop. How about that? Just quit it.
How about you just stop?
Leave the songs as is because they're fucking good already.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's shit ton of games. There's Gotham Knights 21st, Modern Warfare 2 28th, then November 9th, God of War Ragnarok, and then November 18th, you got the new Pokemon game.
Oh, yay.
And then November 30th, you got Dark Tide.
Mm-hmm.
And
Dark Tide, baby.
And it doesn't stop December. You got Midnight Suns. There's that new Need for Speed game. Have you guys seen the trailer for that new Need for Speed?
Oh, no. It was like a Most Wanted kind of thing, or?
It looks like it's kind of returning to that kind of roots. It's kind of got like this kind of stylized thing where...
is it Unbound?
Unbound, yes. They're incorporating like graffiti and stuff. Like, so like if you hit the NOS, like kind of graffiti like effects kind of go around your car. It's kind of cool.
Very artistic, very like cel shaded and very quite the art style. Not bad. Neat.
Let's not forget about Sonic Frontiers.
Oh God, an open world Sonic. What can go wrong?
Wow.
I don't like Sonic.
No, I was just joking. I was just looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Scorn. That's already out. I didn't even realize that was out already.
Yeah, like there's some stuff in
it's
December
coming out.
No idea.
Callisto Protocol. God, I can't wait for that to come.
There's the remake of Crisis Core. That was such a good game back on the PSP. Damn.
Crisis
Core, I never heard of
it. That one.
It's the prequel to Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, the Outlast Trials.
It was one of the best PSP games of all time.
Oh,
and they never ported it because they had a bunch of rights with the music was all fucked up. So, and it was a shame you could never play it. And then they were like, "Fuck it, we got this new fancy engine with the Final Fantasy VII remake. Let's just do it."
Yeah, there you go. The new Outlast game is coming out on the 28th. The Outlast Trials.
Well, you want to hear about a real spooky game that's out next week?
What?
Dragon Ball: The Breakers.
Ball Breakers.
So here's the premise of this game.
Oh, God.
You know, Dead by Daylight. You got the killer and then the 4 survivors.
Yep.
Well, what if the killer was Frieza or Cell?
Oh God.
And
so scary.
No.
Hey man, that's a pretty far out idea for a Dragon Ball game. It's like what if you're just a regular
regular guy
and you have to run away from some dude who could nuke the planet? That'd be pretty cool.
That's so much fun. Oh God, Bandai, what the fuck?
Is that what's actually happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I'm
it
reading it. I'm looking at it right now.
Dragon Ball: The Breakers.
The Breakers.
To be fair, it's only $40, so it's not like a.
I see a Yamcha knockoff, a Chi-Chi knockoff, Bulma, and Oolong.
Oh wow!
Running away from Cell.
It's got a whopping 6 out of 10 on Steam. Nice.
Current reviews are mixed.
That's pretty good.
No shit.
That's pretty good.
Review in progress.
Came out today, actually. Release date today.
Dead by Dragon Ball.
Dead by Dragon Ball.
Yeah. For $30. Why?
This looks fucking
it could be worse.
stupid.
Could be $60. Could be $70.
Yeah, true.
This looks really bad.
It does look pretty stupid.
Yeah. That's an interesting premise. If you want to get, that's ballsy, but it's poorly.
Dragon Ballsy.
It's they got tired of making the same 3D fighting game. This is the same game. You guys keep making the same game over and over. And they're like, all right, is that a challenge? We'll make a different game.
Yeah, we'll just copy a different game.
Scott, you probably played it when it came out. One game I do want to play, that is Overwatch 2.
I did not play it. I've never played any Overwatch.
I've heard some bad reviews on it. But...
Well, yeah, mostly from what the gripe I've heard is it's still the same game, just nothing's changed now.
They got new characters.
Now it's a 2, yeah. It's
I think one new mode.
Yeah.
Well, I think the big change was that they went from 6v6 to 5v5.
5v5, and people hated that because it back the dynamic, and it's just I'm curious to play it because I always wanted to play Overwatch, but it's only
it's free to play now.
Not yet. There's no story mode in it yet. That was
I know, but I heard that they were supposed to.
Yeah, it's
supposed
coming.
to. That was the whole premise of the Overwatch 2 was for a story mode. But
that's what intrigued me because I loved the animated shorts from the first one. I'm like, fuck, this is like one of the best movies I've seen. Like, I just watched the whole thing. Like, somebody made a compilation. It's like an hour and 23 minutes long for all of them. And I'm like, man, I could get into this. Like, this is really good.
Every top comment on those movies is like, they should make a movie. They should make a movie. Like, yeah,
they have to.
Fucking saying.
Honestly.
And yet they don't do that because it's just fucking Activision, man. They're just so dumb.
Yeah, do it.
Wasting potential.
Hey, man.
But,
it took Nintendo 40 years to make a Super Mario movie.
No, it didn't. Haven't you seen the hit film with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo and Dennis
John,
Hopper as...
Hey, guess what? That movie came out 40 years ago, bro.
Hey, I was a child in it. Oh, yeah, because I'm 36. I remember when it came out. It blew my mind.
Remember when it came out 30 years,
and I remember they took a Velociraptor suit and put it in this movie and called it Yoshi. Gave me nightmares. That thing was freaking eating people. I'm like, what the fuck?
They had no idea what the hell they were doing with that one.
No.
Nope.
The Goombas look like it was the total opposite. They were like oversized bodies and tiny heads instead of oversized heads and tiny bodies.
That's right.
They were. It was a fucking weird movie.
What a bad movie.
And then they're like picking mushrooms and like eating them, and then like I don't know, and then they're like picking other mushrooms and throwing them, and they would like explode. I gotta watch it again, honestly.
Yeah, same. I haven't watched it since it first came out. I should just watch it out of spite.
It was a trip.
Get drunk and just watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. Movie club one day.
Yeah, maybe.
Mario Bros. 3 really well-known actors must have been really desperate upstarts.
What's his name?
I heard they were.
Yeah, he was Luigi.
Yeah, they were shit-faced the whole time.
It had to have been.
Both Bob and John were just. Annihilated. They were never sober all through filming.
Yeah. What's Bob Hoskins in?
Bob Hoskins?
Oh,
God. He's on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He was.
That's right. Yeah.
That one is Jet Li.
I want to say,
yeah. He's like a weapon, and they have him in a cage. Unleashed. That's a great movie.
It's also a gangster movie, but I can't think of what I'm thinking of though.
He's in a lot of B movies that I've watched. I watched like Doomsday. Doomsday. He's like the fucking boss that sends her out on missions and stuff. The boss. And he's in Behind Enemy Lines. What the hell's his name? General something. Fuck, I can't remember. And he's just a monster in that movie. He should have gotten an Oscar for that one.
Enemy at the Gates.
Enemy at the Gates, yeah.
I don't remember him seeing him in that.
Yep. Same with Ron Perlman was in that too. and he attempted a British accent playing a Russian, which
yeah.
makes no sense.
No sense. Yeah.
The Russians had British accents, and the Americans, the
German
Nazis had American
American
accents.
accents. Yeah, it was really
Just so that you could
odd.
tell who was who, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was a fucking phenomenal movie, though.
That's a great movie, though. Still,
fucking movie.
I love that. The Ron Perlman scene alone is like, yep, that was like fucking good. Like,
That stuck with me.
Oh yeah,
I watched that as a kid. I'm like, oh,
yep.
fuck.
We were watching that in class one day too. I was like, holy shit! Like that's wow, yeah.
Fucking headshot while he was jumping.
Yeah, you never saw it yet, eh, Scott?
No, we did watch it, and I'm like, I don't know if I can remember anything from that movie really, besides kind of the ending part.
It was a while ago you watched it, or what?
We watched it in the basement. I'm pretty sure. One time you showed it to me, but
did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I don't remember Bob Hoskins being in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember Ron Perlman being in this movie either.
Oh, you had a grill the whole time, big metal teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got his teeth knocked out.
I remember Jude Law and Ed Harris. That's about it.
Oh, and Ed Harris, yes.
Ed Harris,
he was the other sniper.
The Nazi sniper, yeah.
Fucking great movie.
No,
great
that
movie.
scene with the kid at the end too. Like, oh fuck.
Oh,
me,
you
man.
fucking piece of shit.
What a monster!
Yeah.
Like
you didn't have to do that.
No, just to send a message, like, you bastard.
What's the best sniper movie?
Either that one, honestly, or the scene from Saving Private Ryan. It's not a sniper movie, but that whole scene, like,
in the church tower.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great scene. Yeah.
Or even like when he was trying to shoot the other sniper in the rain, and Vin Diesel gets shot and he's like bleeding out in the middle of the fucking thing there, and it's like, don't go out there. No, we want you to go out there, and he's just like looking around. Then he sees the glint of the scope, and then he sees like the shot, but he doesn't hear it because it's like delayed. It's so realistic, and right through the scope. Boom, headshot.
No, I'd probably say Enemy of the Gates is my. Oh, I'm trying to think of other sniper movies I watched, but
Shooter.
Shooter was
shot at 22
barely...
with a fucking suppressor from a canoe, fucking 600 yards, and the guy's head explodes.
Yeah,
from a 22. Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Movie. I'm like, that wasn't even. I would not consider that a sniper movie. That was
American Sniper was okay too.
I was gonna say American Sniper.
Never did watch that. I've never seen that one.
It's not bad. Shitty ending.
That first scene in Behind Enemy Lines, or Enemy of the Gates, it's like where they're over the bodies and he's sniping them from the pile with a storm. It's like, fuck that.
It was bombers. Like the
bombers. It was bombers. Sorry, yes.
Shooting every time there's an explosion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Enemy of the Gates is probably the best sniper movie.
That first scene too, where they all at the shore all end up, and that whole trope of one gun and one gun per two guys. And running.
First one in the front gets the gun, the guy in the back gets the bullets. When the guy with the gun gets shot, the one at the bullets picks up the gun and keeps shooting. That's what the guy on the megaphone keeps saying. The one with the gun who gets shot, the gun with the bullets picks up the gun and keeps shooting.
What about the 2021 film The Marksman with Liam Neeson?
I never saw it.
That's the one where he goes to like Mexico or something like that.
It's got a nice 39% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Nice.
Yes.
He just keeps going.
My vote is for American Sniper because I remember that movie. And I don't remember Enemy at the Gates. And yes, it is a shitty, depressing ending because it's based on a real story.
That's what pissed me off about
sad.
It. It's like, oh, that's a sad ending, and it's like, this is a true story. I'm like, oh, that's even shittier. Fuck that, man. Damn, just trying to help out other soldiers with PTSD. Does them dirty, man. That's not cool.
That was what's his nuts? Clint Eastwood joint, right?
Yep, Bradley Cooper. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else before we get out of here?
I don't think so.
No.
We covered a lot of good ground today.
Go watch Enemy
Warhammer and Sniper movies.
It's a good movie.
I watched some gameplay of this game called Super People. And it fucking looks a lot like PUBG and Ring of Elysium.
Ooh.
A lot.
Super people. What?
And I don't know if that's a good thing, but
2 days ago. Oh. Stylized as super people.
Early access.
Battle Royale. South Korean studio Wonder People. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's not 10 cents, so my faith is better that way. Tired of seeing them.
You don't know that.
That is true.
You go up the corporate ladder.
They're in everything, yeah. You'll find 10 cents no matter what.
Free to play.
It is free. All right. I think that's it for today's podcast. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Then, if you're listening on podcast service, you can also leave us rating, subscribe as well. Then head over to our Facebook page. You can submit us a question or ask us anything, which we'll do first Monday of December. Nope, November. November comes before December. Man, fuck Halloween. I'm in like the Christmas mood for some reason this week. I'm like fucking.
Oh.
Maybe because Thanksgiving was such a fucking huge letdown for me. I was just like, let's fucking go get with the family. Let's play like fucking Jack in the Box or Jackbox and all the trivia games and good food. Yeah. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for it.
Good time.
Anywho, watch American Werewolf in London. That's our movie club movie.
That's right.
Just watch that today love it.
What? You watched it?
Yeah, before we sort of watched
it. Was on Apple TV?
Yeah, I rented it, but yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's
next week. I have things to say about it, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Wow. How old is this movie?
1981.
Yeah.
So
dated.
41 years old.
Cool.
No, yeah, I can't wait to talk about it. I have things to say. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just gotta be better than Top Gun.
I'm sure it is.
I'll save it for the podcast. Check it out.
Right.
Does it have "Take My Breath Away" for 4 times though?
It does not. Because this is before that song came out.
Loses some marks. I'm just kidding.
And that's a minus.
All right. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday. Adios. Goodbye.
See you guys.